Well, we're just here at the Department of Primary Industries in Orange at the Bloomfield trial site. Today we're just taking a look at the new auto flush system that they've installed with some remote management. And I have with me Matt Pearce from the Department of Primary Industries, and currently we're just having a look at ourselves through the 4G camera and app that's installed on top of the unit, just to give you a bit of a look at what the camera quality is like and what you can do with it. So that particular camera can pivot around about 300 degrees and take a look at everything. Yeah, so at the moment we're just doing a screen recording. So from there, we're just going to take you back now and turn our camera on, have a bit of a look around the trough itself. The first thing we just want to have a look at here is our manual control unit. Then we have the solar controller area with the SMS controller. We've got our 4G camera on top and hockey puck antenna sitting on the top, and there's our 30-watt Renogy solar panel that powers the whole show. From there, we'll take a look at what actually flushes the trough, which is our motorised ball valve down the bottom, with a cage around to stop sheep from getting at the wiring. Up the other end here is our covered area, and this particular unit has a flow sensor installed on it, so it measures exactly how much water is going into the trough and can send you telemetry to let you know your daily usage in terms of how many litres and also the average. So now we're going to flush the trough, and so we've flicked over to our SMS controller, just sending it a simple text. You can also use the Easy Switch app, but we're going to turn the flush on. Sent the text away, so the SMS controller just requires a SIM card in it so that we can send communication back and forward. Once you've sent the text, we get a text back usually, and there we can see it on the screen, flush has been turned on. So that flush will go on and run for a 1 minute period. So you can see the valve opening up there and allowing the water to come out. This particular one will need a bit of ducting on the bottom to help divert that water away. Important to get a good flush is a good inflow water. So once it's finished draining, you want to allow the water to run fairly vigorously to actually clean the very bottom of the trough. This particular trough's been designed with a lower sump at the valve end, and then it has a V-shaped bottom so that it simulates like a rapid erosion sort of area to be able to carry that sediment directly out the bottom. You can set the controller to dump up to 4 times a day per trough, and obviously set the length of flush time. I'm going to show you shortly. We'll put some dirt in the trough and show you how that gets rid of that particular sediment. So after a minute, that valve just closes up and the trough refills, and you'll get a confirmation text that it's timed out and that the valve is turning off. Taking a look in the manual controller there, gives you some data, litres per day and average per day of the consumption. It also has you can put the number of head in there, and it'll tell you how many litres per head each sheep is drinking. The machine also deducts the number of litres that's been dumped each cycle so that you're not getting an incorrect count. So yeah, that's our auto flush trough that's been installed there at Orange. We're just going to step over now quickly. We did put a bit of dirt now into one of these troughs, just to give you a look at how it flushes. So once it starts to get down to a lower level, you'll start to see that it's grabbing that dirt and pulling it down to the far end, where then it washes it out. And this is where the good pressure on your inflow coming in, it does a good job. So we like to put a 1-inch inlet in there just to allow make sure there's no restriction so that it can actually get in there and move it. You can see it moves quite large lumps. A few questions that pop up: does it handle straw and so on? We don't seem to find straw worrying it. Some of it will go out through the valve. The valve is quite strong in terms of its closing